I was abducted by the 80s. I never saw them coming. I was on my way home one night at about 3 in the morning, minding my own business. When bang, that morning I was catapulted from scene to scene to the music from the A-Team. Dressed for all the world like a new romantic, feeling a twat and starting to look it with some pointy shiny shoes and a Mel Gibson type mullet, landing from moment to moment like the bloke from Quantum Leap, cocking every one of them up and changing our history to the one you now know. You might not believe it, but I was a suspicious white stain on the hair of Dickie Davis. I wrote a song for Europe to help you make your mind up that Bucks Fizz was shit. I was always on the side of Inspector Chisholm. I shot JR and got wankered with Sue Ellen. I fouled Lineker from behind and offered him his first Walker's crisp. 99 red balloons. I was the hair in Nina's armpits. I'm responsible for all the things that went wrong in a decade that brought you Neighbours and the Birdie song, and what an atmosphere. I love a party with a happy Ayatollah surfing on a satanic verse with Salman Rushdie. I drove around in a Nissan Sunny, got pissed at the Vic with Den and Angie. The 80s was shit and it was all my fault. I was Jive Bunny. I sold you that Betamax video recorder and rigged all the elections for Margaret Thatcher to get revenge on a decade that's wrecked my adolescence, 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 wrecked my adolescence. I sprayed Free George Jackson in the Blue Peter Garden, put their tortoise into hibernation, told a dirty joke and offended Ben Elton. I sold arms to Iran and Iraq. I discovered Bros and Carly and Jason, not to mention Five Star and Robin Rat and everything else that left a nasty taste in the trap throughout the decade of Just Say No, Feed the World, DT and Live Aid. I was Rocky, Rambo, Top Gun and the Terminator. I shot the Pope and got laid by Boris Becker. Vorsprung Dork Technic, he said as he was doing it. Which made McEnroe lose his temper, and I'll always regret it. Living on a prayer with Bon Jovi's hair, it was me who made off with Shergar and poisoned all the air around Chernobyl in the 1980s. Decade of the disaster. 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 I worked for NASA. I introduced Charles to Diana and Fergie to Andrew, but it's my party and I'll try for once to join the SDP Liberal Alliance, get into tax evasion, dance all night, Jurassic House, drop a tab and go and work with Hugh Lewis and the Hughes on the green for your phone when I was young, 400 loud down, even though it might sound twisted, I was Kevin Keegan's father. It's such a man existing. I'm responsible for Murder, She Wrote. Heart to Heart and Back to the Future. Thrash Metal and The Arms Race. Cagney and Lacey and Video Nasties. Samantha Fox, Ultravox, Beverly Hills Cop and Fraggle Rock. Afghanistan, The Star Wars Program. Banana Man and Bananarama. Donkey Kong, Pac-Man, Slayer and Array.